Okay guys, so this is almost the final look. I'm going to be doing my brows and my lips, but I wanted to talk about these brushes while I'm doing my brows and my lips so that this isn't a super long, crazy video. But yeah, so I do like these brushes. I think that they're very soft. So I did get them on eBay for $10. I have done a few of these like $10 brush challenges on my channel. Not really brush challenges, but like reviewing cheaper brush sets that I find online, because I just feel like you don't have to spend $50 on a brush to get like to be able to do your makeup properly, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to spend a lot of money on brushes. Like, there is so many brush sets out there now, especially before, when I first started YouTube, everybody used MAC brushes, and MAC was just like so expensive. The brushes would cost, like the face brushes would be like $50. I don't know if they're still like that because they don't use animal hair anymore in their brushes, but before, back in the day, they were like $50 a brush. The little tiny brushes like these, they were like 20 something dollars just for one brush. So these days there is definitely alternatives, and you don't have to spend a shit ton of money to achieve a good result on your makeup. However, this brush set, it wasn't my favorite. I definitely have found other $10 brush sets that are better, that are more complete, that have more brushes, that are better quality than these ones. But you know, if you do find these, because I did find these at Winners, I found these at Winners for more than 10 bucks though. I think Winners had them on for like $18. So if you're in Canada and you're near Winners and you want to check these brushes out just because they're cute, I think these are more like if you want to display your brushes. Like if you have a really cute vanity setup and you wanted like a cute little set of mermaid brushes, I think this is great. Some of them are usable for me, like I would use them again. However, looking at the big picture, they are just not, this is not the brush set for me. Like I said, I have found, like the one that I'm using right now, this is from a Zoeva, fake Zoeva brush set that I found on eBay a couple years ago. I have a review on this whole brush set, but I'm still using this. I got this brush set 2 years ago and I'm still using this for my brows to the day. So there is definitely brush sets out there that just have stood the test of time, that are $10 but do such a great job, and this is one of them. I really do like one of the unicorn brush sets. I don't even think I reviewed that one yet, but I will once I wash them and everything. I have a few brush sets that I have to review that are $10 as well. So there's that one. I have like a fake Artis brush set that I got on eBay as well that I'll do a review on soon. So there's quite a few of these like $10 brush sets that you can find on eBay. And one second. Okay, so hopefully you guys can't see the dryness that's going on in my lips right now. Like, holy crap, I just exfoliated them. I think it's just this particular lip color that I'm wearing that's kind of a bit drying, which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna go through them one by one, tell you guys my opinion on them. So basically you do get 10 brushes for $10 plus a like bonus brush, so you get 11 for $10 pretty much. So that's a great deal. $10 US, I believe, because in Canada I paid like $12 for these, which, you know, it might even be cheaper in the States. It might even be like $8. Okay, sorry, I had to reapply my lip product because it was bothering me. So I want to talk about the brushes. So the ferrules are very nice. It's very nice to like hold on to. It's not like awkward in any way. And it's just really cute. So it has this like really cute gradient from like a almost rose gold, and then it goes into a teal, and then the fin, or the end of the tail, I think it's called a fin. No, it's not. The end of the mermaid's tail is like this beautiful like purple lilac color. So that's what the brush looks like. It's, you know, it has its weight to it. It's not really cheap feeling like I was expecting it to feel like. It has a nice weight to it, which is nice. They're very easy to handle. They're not at all awkward. They're not too long. They're not too short. They just, yeah, they're really nice. I did wash all these brushes one time with baby shampoo last night and they didn't shed at all whatsoever. I feel like shedding is pretty relative to how often you wash your brushes and how often you use your brushes. I feel like shedding doesn't really, you don't really notice until maybe like a few times after you wash it how much a brush will actually shed. I have some brushes that don't shed at all that I've had for years, and I've had some that are like almost new that shed within the first two times that I wash it. So far so good. These don't shed. They're very soft. All of the brushes are really soft because they are synthetic. Each and every single one of them are synthetic. So, you know, if you are on that cruelty-free life bandwagon, I personally really like synthetic brushes better than animal hair brushes anyways. But, you know, if you refuse to use animal hair brushes, these are synthetic, so you could totally rock these. And yeah, so the first brush I use this angled one for my foundation. Listen, I did not like the finish that it gave me. I have the Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation, and that one is a medium to buildable coverage, but it gave me like pretty much really light coverage, the lightest that I've ever seen this foundation go. Like this pimple on the side of my face right there, that little volcano, you can still see it. You can still see my acne scars or whatever on the sides of my face, like right here in this area. Don't know if that's coming up on camera, but you can definitely see my skin, which I was going for like a medium coverage today. I was trying to cover up everything so that I could, you know, apply my bronzer and it wouldn't look too muddy or, you know, weird. You know how when you apply bronzer on top of like acne scars or whatever, it just makes them more prominent? So I was trying to cover up this area of my face, but that did not work for me at all. I used like multiple pumps of this foundation, and I feel like this brush ate all of my foundation. Like I feel like I used 3 pumps of foundation on my face. My coverage, like there is like barely any coverage on my face right now, and it took forever to blend it out. It took forever. I feel like it honestly, like it ate my foundation. Like my foundation is just all in the middle of this brush, and that's it. Like I did not like this. It took forever to apply my foundation, took forever to blend it out, and like again, my coverage is just not there. So this brush is a no for me. I didn't like it. I also used it to blend out my concealer, which was a little bit better, but I still had to finesse it with my fingers a little bit, which I didn't really like. But this works better for concealer if you were gonna use it for anything, not foundation. Don't recommend this brush. Did not like this. The next brush that I used was the powder brush. So this one was okay. Like it's like any powder brush, you know, it's really soft, which I really appreciate. It feels so nice on the skin, not scratchy at all. It's not shedding. It's not, the bristles aren't flaring out at all. It's very nice. Like I really like this brush. I would totally use it again to apply my powder and whatever. So I totally forgot I always use a Skin 79 pressed powder on my skin just to give me a little bit more coverage, and I think that's probably what would have made this look a little bit better, but I today forgot that one, just used my, what is it called, my Jeffree Star loose powder, and that did a pretty good job. There wasn't a ton of fallout and powder flying everywhere, which I appreciate. So yeah, this brush is really nice. I really like it. I would totally use it again. This one I did not use. This is just an angled brush because I used this one to do my contour. So this one I can't really speak on. I would use it for contour slash bronzer if I was going for a really light contour, which I tend to do. I don't do really a heavy contour very often. I usually do something really light with something like this, and I think it's pretty good. It's soft. It's gonna blend out beautifully, I feel like, because if it's synthetic like this, it just blends so much better. So I will definitely try this out and let you guys know later on if I like it or not. So I used this one for my bronzer today, and this was the bonus brush that came along with this collection. You can get brushes like these individually. I believe that they're around the $3 mark, but I got the one in rose gold. And And this did a pretty good job at contouring. Like I said, my foundation didn't really apply very well, so I have like spots on my skin where I have like no coverage, and those happen to be right where I contour. So this, honestly, if you were looking for a really nice, just like chiseled contour, this does a pretty good job, and it's super cute. So I do recommend this brush. I think it's adorable. It looks like a little fish. And yeah, so I have a few of these in my collection just because I honestly always thought that these brushes were adorable, but this is my first one in rose gold and I think it's adorable. The next brush that I used was this fan brush, and I used this to apply my highlight. Honestly, it's just like your average fan brush. I feel like fan brushes are all pretty much the same. They always feel really flimsy to me. Like the brushes or the bristles are very, you know, they're very thin and they're very long, so they always feel a little bit flimsy, and this one is no different. It did feel flimsy. It did apply my highlight pretty evenly. It did a really good job at blending, so I'm not mad about this brush. It's just like your average fan brush. And you know what, before I feel like I was looking for a fan brush, like a good fan brush, for the longest time, and now I have so many of them and I don't really use them very often. The next brush that I have in here, this is the one that I use for my blush. So it looks like this. It's very cute, small, fit my face really well, and applied my blush honestly really well. Like any other blush brush that I have, I feel like blush brushes are all pretty much the same. They do the same job. I haven't had like a bad blush brush before, like that didn't pick up any product at all. This one is honestly pretty good. So getting into the eye brushes, I have 5 here for you guys. So the first one that I used was this one, and this is the one that I applied my crease color / outer V color with. It is pretty big for my eye, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's a pretty big fluffy brush. I would use this more for blending, not really applying color. But, you know, honestly, all in all, it did a pretty good job. It did blend out everything really well because it is so fluffy. And then I used this angled one right here just for my outer V and just to kind of blend everything out a little bit because I didn't have another blending brush in this collection. So this one did an okay job. I used this one, which is like a flat shader, for my lid color. It did a pretty good job at that as well. Not mad at it. This one is a really, really good pencil brush. I use it for my under eyes and it did a good job. Some pencil brushes I feel like are too fluffy and too big for my under eyes, but this one is actually pretty like on the stiff side. Like it's, you know, it's pretty sturdy, and it did a really good job at applying my under eye really well. And then the last one here I have is the liner / brow brush. I don't really know what I would really use this for. I have a ton of these like angled brushes. I don't really like them for applying eyeliner, but I did use it today just, you know, so I could use most of these brushes, and it did an okay job with my eyeliner. I just prefer the ones that are more like this but thinner, obviously, to apply my eyeliner with. I feel like they're like, they have more control and you're not kind of dealing with this weird angle on your waterline. So if you are doing winged liner, this might work for you, but other than that, I don't really use eyeliner on my upper lash line because of my lash extensions. But yeah, you know, this is an okay brush as well. So all in all, this brush collection was pretty good. It's not like a complete brush collection for me, but you know, if you had like no brushes at all, you only had $10 to spend, I would not buy this brush set. I would definitely prefer the fake Zoeva one, or the Zoeva inspired one, a lot better because it has more of a selection of things and you just get a more complete variety of brushes. But if you're in a pinch and this is the only thing that you can find, it's okay. It's okay. Like, if I had no brushes at all, this was the only brush that I had, I would definitely probably travel with it because it has the majority of brushes that I use on a daily. I just don't like the foundation brush. It didn't do a good job at all. The face brushes were just okay. And yeah, all in all, it is worth $10 if you are looking for something cute, or you're looking to give somebody a birthday gift that's cute and they're looking for brushes. This is a nice brush set. This is a nice gift for somebody. It's just, if you have a ton of brushes, if you own a Sigma, MAC, you know, other brands like Morphe or whatever, you might prefer those over these, but these are okay. And they are worth the $10 if you guys are wondering. So I will leave you guys a link where I purchased it in the description box below. I will try to do that this time. I always say that, but I never do it, but I will for sure. So that is pretty much it for my brush review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys soon in my next one. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. I upload 3 times a week, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye everyone.